So I figured to start this video off bright while explaining what exactly the Columbine shooting was, and why is it such a hard subject people talk about even today. A shooting that happened in the 90s shouldn't really be, that hard of a subject to talk about, but let me truly explain what the Columbine shooting was for those of the people at home who weren't there or, don't have the experience or haven't really talked about it before. Columbine High School Massacre was a school shooting and attempted bombing that occurred on April 20th, 1999 at Columbine High School in Columbine, Colorado, United States. The perpetrators, 12th grade senior students Eric Harris and Dylan Caleb, murdered 12 students and one teacher, all of which were killed by gunfire. 10 students were killed in the library, where their parents sequentially committed suicide. At the time, it was the deadliest school shooting in United States history, not surpassed by 2012 by the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting, where 29 people died. The crime was inspired by several copycats, and Columbine has become the byword for school shootings. So back in 1999, technical issues were, the given cause of why face mapping was subsequently removed from Perfect Dark. The tech would have used the Game Boy camera, which kind of wouldn't work here in America because, shootings happened and blah, blah, blah. So they took it out of the game, and I'm pretty sure they had other reasons to do so. But the reason that was given was that it wouldn't work with the Game Boy camera, and it was technically taxing, which would be my excuse if, something horrible happened 6 months prior. Another piece of media that was changed was Scream 3. Now, the original script for Scream 3 implicated that one of the characters in the film would become this Ted Bundy fan club having type of killer and would orchestrate killings out of his cell in prison and also to annoy the character of Sidney Campbell in Scream 3. Now, the problem with that is Columbine happened a good 3 months before, the script was officially greenlit. So the studio Dimension Films decided, hey, let's not make a horror movie. Let's take away all the horror aspects, all the blood, all the killing, and change the script completely. So writer Kevin Williamson decided, no, I'm not going to do this. So he leaves, and they make a new script. They get a new script. And Wes Craven, I'm not sure if Wes Craven directed Scream 3. I have to go back and check. But he was not happy, and the studio was like, oh, we can't have killing in our teen slasher movie. The problem with that is that Scream 3 isn't a teen slasher movie. It is just a slasher film, because all the characters by now are adults. And they don't have this looming shadow over their head. The studio won't have this looming shadow over their head that they're killing teenagers on screen. And that was primarily the big issue. How do we put out a horror film in this climate of, school shootings? And what they did with it was not great. I wasn't a big fan of Scream 3, and if I had to pick a Scream movie to watch, it would probably be Scream 4, Scream 2. I'm not a big fan of Scream 4 either. Scream 4 was a total monster mash or whatever the hell that was. But I'm getting off subject. What I'm saying is that with the current rise of, school shootings and Columbine happening a mere probably 6 months before the script was officially done, they had to make some changes. And those changes weren't great. Which brings me to my solid point on today's video. Does the media really inspire copycat shooters? My answer is yes, it does. Violent events are often covered by the news outlets, and in great detail and spread immediately through mass media and social media. Experts believe that this media coverage can inspire others to copy these actions or commit similar crimes. This is called the media contagion effect, and happens with suicide, terrorist attacks, and mass shootings. Shooters get enormous attention. Their name, photo, motivations, and story are often shared for days following the events. The American Psychological Association points that this fame is something that mass shooters desire. This sometimes inspires a copycat shooting where the potential shooter typically tries to kill more people than their predecessor. Since the year 2000, on average, there have been one school shooting every 31.6 days in 2018. However, there has been an average of one school shooting, accidental or intentional, every week. Each of these incidents, spread through mass media and social media, can focus on the shooter and the shooter's motivations. That saying is, maybe we shouldn't cover mass shootings or school shootings as frequently we do in the media, because it could lead to more harmful repercussions in the future, because we live in a society where everyone's trying to one-up each other, despite if it's a good one-upping or a bad one-upping. And that's an issue. A serious, serious issue that we should all thrive to fix in the future. Alright guys, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed today's video. I know it's a little short, but, I didn't want to spend a lot more time on this project than I needed to. See you guys later.